Some people say that to have a high income, you gotta be strapped to a desk under fluorescent lights for 50 or 60 hours a week. They tell you that success looks like a corner office. I'm here to tell you that that's a lie. That's a matrix built to keep you productive for someone else. In this video, I'm gonna talk about how you can actually use the system to escape the system. I'm gonna show you exactly how to design your life where your office looks like this. I realized one fundamental truth. Society is deeply invested in telling you what you can't do. They are wrong. Let's talk about dismantling the matrix. Look around me here. This is Koh Lipe, and this is not a vacation for me. This is a Tuesday. But the matrix isn't just a job itself. The matrix is a belief that the job dictates how and where you live. In this video, I'm breaking down the architecture of lifestyle design. We're talking about how to use the machinery of the modern world to carve out total freedom, and why setting ruthless standards for yourself is the only way to succeed and execute this escape. I live in Bangkok, working a hybrid cybersecurity job by day, and playing guitar in a heavy metal band by night, and traveling to beautiful places like this on the weekends. If you stop making excuses, you could do the same or similar, whatever you fancy actually. Society gives you a script. Get a degree, get a mortgage, get old, and fade away. But when you look at macroeconomic trends and the rise of decentralized work, the walls of the matrix are actually paper thin. The geographic arbitrage of living in Southeast Asia while earning Western tech tier capital is the ultimate cheat code. It allows you to fund your passions without sacrificing your financial future. Escaping the matrix doesn't mean moving to the woods and giving up on society. True freedom is mastering the system so well that it works for you. I hold 5 degrees, from world religions to psychology to cybersecurity, and people ask me why I've studied such vastly different things. And it's because I wanted to understand the human mind, the spiritual world, and the technical infrastructure that runs modern society. You need leverage, and tech provides leverage for me. My hybrid cybersecurity job isn't a ball and chain, it's the financial engine that funds my travel around Asia, my music making, and my hobbies. You don't escape the system by ignoring it. You escape it by becoming so highly skilled that you get to dictate the terms of your employment. You can do this with lots of other skills too, like project management, marketing, finance, writing, or a bunch of others. Think about the sheer power of geographic arbitrage combined with high-value skills. According to recent economic data, the purchasing power of a Western income in a hub like Bangkok is effectively tripled or quadrupled, granting you immediate access to upper echelon lifestyle tiers. I leverage my technical degrees not just to secure networks, but to secure my own autonomy. You can use the rigid structure of the global economy to fund a completely unrigid, boundary-pushing life. And for the guys watching this that are in their 50s and 60s, it's never too late to acquire leverage. The digital world is a meritocracy. You don't need to be a 20-year-old hacker. You need the discipline to master high-demand, specialized knowledge. Once you become a rare asset, the power dynamic flips. You stop asking for vacation time, and you start dictating terms. That is the moment the matrix shatters, when your competence makes you indispensable and untetherable. So how do you actually do this? Well, you have to strategize. It starts with radical self-assessment. Sit down and think, what are your hard skills? If you don't have enough, go and get them. Learn cybersecurity, learn to code, learn online sales, learn digital marketing, whatever you fancy to do, but build an anchor. Next, you curate your environment. Bangkok is my base because it's a global hub. It has a thriving underground music scene where I can play in different bands. It has a world-class tattoo culture where I can collect art from top-tier artists. It also allows short 1-hour flights to the Thai countryside where I can go meditate with the forest monks in the jungle. It's just a great base to travel around the rest of Asia from. I intentionally place myself in this environment that caters to every facet of my personality. You have to map out what you want your daily reality to look like and then reverse engineer the income and the projects and the location required to make it happen. So just sit down and map it all out step by step, either starting now and moving forward, or starting from the end goal and moving back, or both. Strategy means treating your life like a complex system architecture. You need redundancy, scalable assets, and a highly optimized daily routine. Successful digital nomads don't just wander aimlessly. They establish home bases in Tier 1 infrastructure cities with robust international airports, like Bangkok, Tokyo, or Kuala Lumpur. From my base in Thailand, I can deploy to Vietnam, Malaysia, or the Philippines for a fraction of the cost and time it takes to travel in the West. You aren't just picking a city, you're selecting an operational headquarters that supports your highest level goals. You also have to actively engineer your social and creative networks. I didn't just stumble into playing in a reggae band and a heavy metal band in Bangkok. I sought out those subcultures, brought my experience from the US, and then networked once I got to Thailand and integrated myself. Then I also started getting into the Thailand tattoo scene, studying the artists and the styles, and now it's a big part of my life. You have to aggressively pursue your hobbies with the same intensity that you pursue your wealth. Everything we've talked about so far is external. Jobs, locations, relationships, but the ultimate matrix is the one inside your head. Before I was working in tech, I was actually a Buddhist monk. I've meditated in ancient monasteries deep in the mountains of China. I sat with forest monks in the Thai jungle at Wat Pah Nanachat, and I've spent hours in the freezing cold meditating at Rinzai Zen temples in Japan. And I learned that there is a truth about escaping the matrix, which is that you can have a high-paying remote job and the girl and the beach, but if your mind is chaotic, you're still in a prison. Peace and fulfillment and contentment don't come from your zip code or your net worth. They come from the absolute certainty that you could walk away from it all tomorrow. For me, renunciation is always an option. I know that I could shave my head and go back to the monastery at any time. And paradoxically, knowing that I need absolutely nothing to be happy gives me the ultimate freedom to enjoy everything that I have. The psychological resilience required to sustain this lifestyle is proportional to your ability to sit in silence and do nothing. The neuroplasticity developed through deep sustained meditation physically alters your brain's fear centers. When I meditated with the other monks at the monasteries, the core lesson was never about escaping the world. It was about stripping away your attachments to it. If you're terrified of losing your job or your status or your comfort or your money, the matrix owns you. True power is rooted in the realization that you are fundamentally complete, even if everything is stripped away. I know with absolute certainty that if my entire tech career collapsed tomorrow, I would be fine. As of right now in 2026, I know that renunciation remains a very real option. I was a monk before, and I could become a monk again. That isn't a backup plan, it's a superpower. When you operate from a place of zero desperation, you naturally perform at an elite level. Your relationships thrive because you aren't needy. Your career flourishes because you take calculated, fearless risks. The ultimate hack of beating the matrix is realizing that you don't need the matrix to survive. Let's get even more practical for those of you who've spent decades building a career and are wondering about how to transition. The first step to lifestyle design is understanding geographic arbitrage. This isn't just a buzzword, it's a mathematical reality. You're taking a strong currency like US dollars or euros and deploying it in a region where the cost of living is a fraction of the West, but the quality of life is great. So the next action step for you is to audit your current expenses. Calculate exactly what it costs to live your current life and then look at tier 1 hubs in Asia or other parts of the world. You'll quickly realize that you can cut your overhead in half while doubling your quality of life, freeing up capital to invest, travel, or build a business. The second critical step is to understand the legal and medical infrastructure. A major fear for men moving abroad, particularly in their 50s or 60s, is healthcare and visas. Stop looking at 30-day tourist visas. Research elite visas, retirement visas, or legitimate digital nomad visas that countries like Thailand, Vietnam, and Malaysia offer. As for healthcare, private hospitals in Southeast Asia are JCI accredited, resembling 5-star hotels with world-renowned specialists at a fraction of Western prices. I've experienced this firsthand. Thailand did healthcare right. You won't be roughing it over here. You're upgrading your standard of care. Map out your visa strategy and your medical insurance before you ever book a flight. And you have to actively avoid the expat trap. Moving across the world means nothing if you just sit on a bar stool with a beer complaining about the local culture with other bitter foreigners. The next action step would be to integrate. Learn the basics of the local language, find high-value communities centered around growth, whether that's martial arts gym, business networking group, or spiritual center, whatever. Your geographic move must be paired with an elevation in your daily habits. Don't export your bad habits to a new time zone. Use the relocation as a hard reset of your entire operating system. And none of this lifestyle design matters if you're a prisoner to a failing body. Physical resilience is the ultimate currency. You can have the remote job and the beautiful partner and the beach house, but if you have zero energy and chronic pain, you're still in the matrix of your own making. Aging is a biological reality, but physical decay is largely a choice. Even now, I'm only 40, and I know that I have to make a strong, consistent, conscious effort to work out and help my body be healthy. So this is even more true for you guys that are in your 50s and 60s. So your first action step here is to get comprehensive blood work. Understand your hormone panel, optimize your testosterone safely if advised by a doctor, and start treating your body like an asset that requires active management. You have to implement a physical protocol. If you're starting late, you don't need to step into a ring with a professional Muay Thai fighter, but you absolutely must engage in resistance training. Preserving muscle mass and bone density is a non-negotiable as you age. Pair lifting weights with mobility work like yoga or stretching or low-impact jiu-jitsu. These disciplines keep your joints lubricated and your mind sharp. Your goal isn't to look like a 20-year-old fitness influencer. The goal is undeniable vitality. This physical discipline spills over into every other aspect of your life. When you wake up and intentionally put your body through a stressor, the rest of the day becomes easy. It builds the exact type of grit required to pivot careers, move to a new country, and command respect in your relationships. Anchor your day with a physical challenge. Make it the one non-negotiable pillar of your routine, and watch how quickly the rest of your life aligns with that standard of excellence. I'm out here in Koh Lipe in Thailand, and this is the view from my room. This is absolutely incredible. Now let's talk some more about income generation, specifically for those of you who feel like they're too deep into a traditional career to escape. You don't have to start from scratch. The skills you've spent 20 or 30 years building can be highly transferable. If you're a manager, a director, or an executive, your action step is to repackage that experience into fractional consulting. Companies all over the world need your experience, but they don't want to pay a full-time salary. You can pivot from being an employee to a B2B service provider, instantly untethering yourself from the 9-to-5 desk. If you don't have a high-leverage skill, take 6 months and acquire one. Tech is the easiest path to sovereign wealth. You could learn cloud architecture, cybersecurity, or AI prompt engineering, or project management. The internet is an endless free university. Stop watching mindless entertainment and spend 2 hours every night mastering a bottleneck skill that the modern economy is desperate for. You only need one high-paying client to completely replace an average Western salary when you're living in Asia. To execute this, you must structure yourself properly. Look into setting up a location-independent business entity like an LLC to legally optimize your taxes and protect your assets while you travel. Treat your personal brand and your skills as a multinational corporation. When you combine high-leverage digital skills, a legally optimized business structure, and geographic arbitrage, you achieve ultimate sovereignty. The matrix becomes irrelevant because you've built your own economy. The matrix relies on your compliance. It relies on you believing that your current situation is the only option. But it's not. Design your life. Build your skills. Look for different opportunities. Refuse to settle. And cultivate absolute stillness of your mind. We're living in an unprecedented era where the tools of your liberation are literally at your fingertips. The global economy is shifting. Traditional gatekeepers are losing their power. And the blueprint for a hybrid, high-value life has never been more accessible. But you have to take the first step. You have to look in the mirror and declare that your mundane, predictable path ends today. You have to commit to mastering your body, your mind, and your technical skills until society has no choice but to yield to your terms. Don't let another year slip by watching other people live the life that you know you deserve. Whether it's securing that first remote income, booking a one-way ticket to another country to explore your options, or simply walking into a martial arts gym for the first time, action is the only antidote to the matrix. Build your value, demand the exceptional, and engineer a reality that is uniquely yours. If this video resonated with you, hit subscribe. I'm gonna be making a lot more videos like this. Check out another video of mine. I'll see you soon.